ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, שהכל נהיה בדברו. The first king of the Jewish people was Saul. However, when one speaks of a king in the Jewish people, it's not Saul. It's really David, the one that came after him. Saul may have been the first, and he was a special human being according to the Bible. From the shoulder and up, he was taller than everybody else. He obviously had a regal look, and he had difficulties in instituting a kingdom among the Jewish people. It wasn't easy. The second one, David, he somehow went into the hearts of the Jewish people. He also converted Jerusalem in the capital of the Jewish state. And that happened over 3,000 years ago. So that the presence of the Jewish people in Israel is not from yesterday, from last century. It dates thousands of years ago. And there never ceased a presence of the Jewish people in the territory that is called the State of Israel. Who were the ancestors of this King David? Well, I want to tell you a story. There was a woman by the name of Ruth. She was married to a man by the name of Elimelech. They had two sons, Machlon and Kishyon. And it happened that there was hunger in the land of Israel. So the family decided, you know what? We cannot withstand this period of hunger. We're going to migrate. And they left Israel and went to Moab, which is a neighboring country. There, the two boys married two local girls. Their names were Orpah and Ruth. And they lived in Moab. But tragedy befell them. On the one hand, there was hunger in Israel, but in Moab, tragedy. What was the tragedy? Elimelech, the husband of Naomi, passed away, and Machlon and Kishyon both died as well. So that the two Moabite women remained widows as well as Naomi now. So Naomi decided, obviously I have no future in Moab because my children died, my husband died. I must go back to my family in the land of Israel. And she told the two daughters-in-law, listen, I'm sorry, but I have to go back to my family. You return to your families. So they said no, they don't want to leave her. So she said, listen, if I were a younger woman and I could procreate children, maybe I could provide husbands for you. But I can't do that anymore. So you're best off going back to your own families. Orpah listened to her mother-in-law and went back to her family. But Ruth did not. Ruth was very stubborn. She said to Naomi, I am staying with you. And she made a very famous pronouncement. She said, your God is my God. Your people is my people. And that really became the basis for all conversions to Judaism. Because Judaism is not only a faith, it is also a people. In other words, you not only become integrated into the Jewish religion, you also become a part of the Jewish family structure. So Ruth taught us that, and the story goes that she came back to Israel with Naomi. She found a man by the name of Boaz who was related to them. In any event, she married him. And what is most important for our story, her great-great-grandson was this David that became the king of Israel. What did Ruth really show Naomi? She showed her, in a moment of distress, because Naomi surely was not very much beloved by the people in Israel. After all, she had abandoned the land when there was lack of food instead of staying there together with everybody else and fighting against all odds. In Moab, they probably didn't like her either because she created two widows. Her sons died. She came maybe under false pretenses to Moab so that she didn't have either of the two worlds. And she decided to go back to her family. So Ruth told her, you know what? Even in your moment of distress, when you are not very much liked by anybody, I want you to know I'm with you. I appreciate who you are. I really know what your qualities are, and you can always count with me. And I think that's an extraordinary trait. Think to yourself, you have friends, You have people who know you. How many will stand by you in moments of difficulty? Of course, when there is abundance, everybody is your friend. When you make a huge discovery, everybody admires you. But when things don't go so well, who stands by with you? Who is by your side? Maybe in those crucial moments, you can differentiate between the true friends and those that are only taking advantage of you in some way. Maybe that is the most important trait that a king should have. He should have empathy for the Jewish people, for each one of them, not only in the moments of success, in moments of richness, but he should stand by them at any moment. And maybe that is the great characteristic. In addition to having said, your God is my God, your people is my people, the fact that Ruth stood by Naomi at times when Naomi's reputation, her own persona, did not feel the best. She told her, you can always count with me. Make sure you can differentiate between the people with whom you can always count.